Greetings, aspirants. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome to another video of CC concepts of the subject science and technology. And today we'll be talking about malwares and different types. Now, what is a malware? Malware in simple terms is nothing but a malicious software. It's a malicious software. Now, what is meant by malicious? Malicious is anything which is harmful. So, malware in simple terms is a malicious software. It is an if we talk about the definition, we can say it is an intrusive software that is designed to damage and destroy computers and computer systems. And these are some of the examples of common malwares we are going to talk about now. Firstly, virus. This is a very common term. When we were kids, we used to say that like our laptop is infected with virus because of the movies and all. So it is a malicious software which is generally attached to any document or file, which is generally attached to any document or file that supports to execute its code and also spread from host to host. Now, this virus should definitely have a host to spread from one place to another place or to from one system to another system. Okay. The Stuxnet, which appeared in 2010 and was widely believed to have been developed by the USA and the Israeli governments to disrupt the Iran's nuclear program. This is one such example of a virus. Now, we have something called worms. These worms generally rapidly replicate, and unlike virus, they don't need any host. They can be downloaded directly from a network, from any network or a system. Okay, so it rapidly replicates and spreads to any device within the network. Unlike viruses, worms do not need any host programs to disseminate. A worm infects a device first via a downloaded file or a network connection before it multiplies and replicates itself. Okay. Now, then we have something called Trojan virus. Trojan virus generally is disguised as a helpful software program, which helps us and which is very good for us. But once the user downloads it, it is going to access sensitive data and they will be able to modify, delete, or block the data. Example is clipboard malware, which was first identified in 2016, which was developed and operated by sophisticated cybercrime actors. So this is what Trojan virus is. Then we have something called spyware. What is spying? Spying is secretly following or accessing someone, right? So it runs secretly on a computer and reports back to the remote user. It is generally used to steal the financial information or personal information. A specific type of spyware is a keylogger. The keylogger is nothing but it is going to record the keystrokes. It is going to record the keystrokes and reveal the passwords and your personal information. For example, is Pegasus spyware, which was developed by the Israeli cyberarms company NSO Group. This is one such example of spyware. Then we have something called as adware. Ad means basically advertisement, right? It is used to collect data on your computer usage and provide appropriate advertisements to you. But once you click on the advertisement, it is going to lead to any harmful site, and that can even have potentially a Trojan virus, right? So this adware can redirect your browser to unsafe sites, and it can even contain Trojan horses and spyware. One such example is Fireball, which was in headlines in 2017. It was discovered that 250 million computers and also 1/5 of the corporate networks were infected with it. Then we have something called ransomware. Ransom is nothing but like demanding for something when you have in possession of someone's personal identity or information, right? So it is a malicious software that gives access to sensitive data. With the system, encrypts that information so that you won't be able to read it, but also you cannot access it. And then the person who has done this is going to demand for financial payout for data for you to access the data back. One such example is Colonial Pipeline in the US, which was hit by ransomware, believed to be released by a group called DarkSide. Lastly, we have fileless malware. As the name suggests, this doesn't require any file separately, but it operates on the computer's memory itself. So it is type of memory resident malware. It is a malware that operates from a victim's computer's memory itself and not from the files or the hard drive. One example is Frodo. Now, lastly, we are going to talk about bots and botnet. So, a bot is simply a computer which has been infected with the malware so that it can be controlled remotely by the fraudster or by the person who has hacked your system. This bot can be used to launch more attacks or become one of the collection of bots which is called a botnet. For example, in 2016, the Mirai botnet attack, which left much of the US East Coast without internet access. So in this video, we have seen what a malware is. We have seen the various examples, common examples of malwares. We'll be back again with the another video. Thank you.